Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. So today is Friday, August 8th, and today we're going to be making a flip card. And there's a lot of different dies that will work with this technique, really a lot. But the one that I chose is Everyday Arches. And I was torn between the butterflies, beautiful butterflies, and coneflowers, the coneflower dies, because those are almost like a natural flip. But then I decided, let's just try this one. So less chatting, more stamping. Let's get started. Okay, so for today, put the camera down. So for today, I'm going to be using Celebratory Sips Designer Series paper. This is from the annual catalog. And the pieces that I chose, I love this piece. Okay, because you know I'm a flower girl. Oh, my camera's kind of wonky. Sorry. Sorry. Now what? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use this piece. I love this side too. This is gorgeous. I believe this is Timid Tiger, but look at those flowers. So cute. I'm not going to show a whole lot of it, but that's okay. We're going to use it up. Okay, and then also I'm going to be using another piece, and it's this old olive piece. Okay, see, this paper is so unique. A lot of different choices, but I think I'm going to use this old olive stripe. I'm going to be cutting some things, fussy cutting some things out of the paper, which I don't have the stamp set. I didn't get the stamp set or the dies. I just have the paper. So I am using it to the fullest capacity. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use a piece of old olive cardstock. I'm actually just going to adhere this. So this piece is 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay, it's just a quarter of a piece of cardstock. This piece is then 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so it's going to go top to bottom, but it's going to have edges. Okay, so it's going to show this green on the edges. All right, so I'm just going to adhere this. I'm also going to be using Linked Together stamp set. This stamp set is, I'm not 100% sure if it's still current. It may be retired. It's this one. Okay, so it's a lot of different sentiments, 8 different sentiments. And I'm going to be using this on the front, kind of like the inside, twice. Okay, now I am going to use a piece of white cardstock. So what size is this? This is hang on a second, where's my ruler? There it is. Okay, so this one is 4 1/4 by 8.5. Okay, so when you fold it, I scored it at 4 1/4. So it turns into a square. So it's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. All right, so I have that piece, and this is actually going to lay on top of this, like that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I made my card. Okay, and then I have, these are the pieces. I have all these pieces, right? I'm going to be using some peach pie to do my sentiments. Okay, so I didn't really want that white to show on the front, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. But before I do, I'm going to show you a little, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this part to the card. Okay, so again, we're going to have top to bottom is going to be level, right, equal, but the sides, we're going to have a 1/2 inch on each side. So by cutting that 8.5 by 4 1/4, you're going to have these two sides showing. Now, little trick. If you didn't want to waste that paper, like I just did, before, you can either just use strips of this, right, because it's hidden, or you could cut something out of it before you adhere it. Okay, so if you don't want to use up your paper, just do it that way. Okay, so now before I adhere this to the front of the white, I did do some cutting, and I said I'm going to use Everyday Arches. These are nesting arches that are 10 in the die set. Okay, and the two that I chose this one, and I just cut 2 of these out. I'll tell you which ones they are. And then I chose this one. Okay, and I cut this out of peach pie. I did a little trick with this, okay? So what I did was I folded it over. Can you see this? Let me take this away. All right. So this is just some tape. I folded it over, and then, can you see right here? I did not cut right there. I just brought it right up to the edge. So now you have this little fold like this, okay? And that's going to make your little flip. All right, so I'm going to tuck this piece under the paper so that it flips. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So that's why I didn't adhere this, because I want to attach this like this before so it's going to be a flip here and a flip here. Okay, so let's attach this. It'll make more sense as soon as I show you. Okay, so this is going to attach right here, so right on the fold. I'm just eyeballing it, centering it, okay, and then I'm folding it under like that. So it's attaching to the back of this, and then I'm going to put more adhesive on here, and I'm going to attach this to the white cardstock. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure it does. Okay. Now, we have this. We have this. All right? So it's a cute fun fold. Now, I cut out 2 of these. Okay, so one is going to go on the front, and one is going to go on the inside. So, which ones did I cut? I told you I was going to tell you. All right. So you get 10, right? And some of them are huge. So these big ones, okay, so there's 5 bigger ones. And then I cut this one out of the peach pie with the fold. And then I cut the next one. It's number 6. I call that number 6. This is number 7. I cut 2 whites out of number 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this one's perfect for like sentiments. This is so cute. It's so small, but it's so cute for sentiments. Okay, so there you go. So now you know which ones I used. All right, so now I'm going to do I'm just going to attach this to the front of this peach pie. See how nice they layer? Love that. Love, love, love it. Okay, so now I have that. And before I do this, I'm going to add a little ink. I'm just going to do a little blending. Okay, so I've got my blending brush here. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of blending on it. Just like that. And I'm going to stamp a sentiment. Okay, I got a little ink on my table, so I'm going to wipe that off with my chamois. Don't want that ink to get where I don't want it. Don't laugh at my chamois. It's crazy, right? Oof. It's a mess. I don't care. I love it. I just keep washing it, and it's awesome. Okay, so here we go. This is our card. So this piece is going to go here. So I want to stamp something on the inside of that. So I am going to stamp from this stamp set something that will fit. Wishing you a happy day. I think that'll fit. Let's see. If it does, I'll do it. If not, I will change it up. Wishing you. Oh, yes. That'll fit. Now let's see if wishing you. Wishing you a happy day. That works. Okay. So I'm going to adhere these to my block. I'm just going to adhere them both at the same time. Save myself a little time. Wishing you. Make sure I get this right. Wishing you a happy day. Okay, need to move it over a little bit. Don't want that to go off the block. Okay, so if you look at the back side of it, you can see exactly what it's going to look like when you stamp it. I love these photopolymer stamps. Do you know why? You can arch them. So if I wanted that to be like an arch, which I don't, but if I did, I could arch these. Can't do that with red rubber stamps. looks awesome. Okay, so I'm going to open my peach pie again and make this up. So this is peach pie, which is a in color that is good for this year only, and then it's going away. So do you have it? If not, and you want it, I would get it now, and I would get the re-inker. Okay, now I have that. Wishing you a happy day. I'm going to put that inside. Ooh, I'm liking this. I'm liking it better than I thought I would. Okay, so I'm just going to center this. So now when this flap opens, that'll be inside. Okay, I need to decorate the front. And as I said, I did some fussy cutting. This piece, these are all from the DSP, right? So a lot of people don't like this set because they think it's alcohol-based, but it's got lemonade. It's a darling set. If you know, there are some that kind of look like alcoholic beverages, but if you don't like alcoholic beverages, just use the other side of the DSP because it's awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to fussy cut this little square. I guess I would say it's a rectangle. It just looks like a paint swatch. Look how cute it's going to be on here. So I'm going to use this. Just going to put this on here. Do I want it staggered? No. I'm going to do it straight up. And I could pop these up. And I don't think I am. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one on here. And then this one here. And then this one here. And I guess you could say these could be alcoholic beverages, but I don't know. I'm not hung up on it. Okay, so there's our card so far. Now I have the inside, right? And this is where I want to do something like enjoy. All right, so again, I am going to use my peach pie, and I'm going to stamp enjoy on a piece of white. And I'll tell you the measurement of this, okay? I'm going to stamp it up a little higher because this would be where you would want to stamp your, write your, little happy birthday or whatever. Okay, so size-wise. So when you folded this, right, it became, the inside of this became 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I am going to, I have this piece, all right, I want this going the same way as the front. Okay, so it's going this way. So this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 square. All right, so I have this. So this is like a double flip, I guess. And then this piece would be 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Do I want to do a little sponging? Yeah, I do. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Okay. I just had a little bit of ink left on the blending brush. I didn't even need to pull up my pad. So, enjoy. Okay. Now, I do need some embellishments because I have all this space, right? I either need some ribbon, I need embellishment. So I pulled up these loose frosted dots. Have not used these very much. Have I used them much at all? I don't think so. Look at them. Now, there's a lot of different colors in here. And I'm not so much into those look like pretty peacock. Not so much into those. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of into the pink ones for this card, and the yellow. So I am just going to kind of go crazy here. There's 5, 6, 7. I may regret that. I may regret that, but that's okay. Let's try it. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Sprinkle a few out so that I can capture them. And I'm going to pull these up. And they don't look so pink, too pink, but they are. Oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Why haven't I never used these? They're definitely frosted. I'm going to do some yellow ones. So there's 5. And what's this one? Ooh, it's kind of a darker color. This one might be, oh, they don't want to flip over. Lay on your back. Oh, they're all kind of yellowish. Okay. I didn't put a whole lot of glue. Did you see how little glue I put on there? Okay. Careful with the glue. Go light. How about another yellow one? Gosh, they are hard to flip over. They don't want to flip over. They just like laying on their backs. Oh, look at that. I love it. Now, by using liquid glue, those aren't going anywhere, okay? So I've had issues with some of my, sequins and stuff falling off. Lately, I've just been reinforcing them with liquid glue, okay? So here's my card. Wishing you a happy day. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it today. I'm still going to work on either a beautiful butterfly or a coneflower card using this technique. So thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. And I will see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. And thanks again for all your comments, likes, and subscriptions. See you later. Bye.